Hey folks, so this is going to be a very poorly done step by step as to how I'm going to divide this Aglaonema over here. Now, as you can see, looking down in the pot, we do have this cluster of three right there, and then one behind it, and then two well-defined singles. So 1, 2, and then the third way in the back, and then the center one, and then this doublet. Now the doublet here, the two stems that are really close together, I'll probably keep as one planting, possibly the three. But out of one of these on the right, I'm going to take a single cutting. These are relatively shorter plants, as you can see. Hold on. Let me get the other leaves out of the way from the plant behind it. This is a relatively small plant right here. It's a baby. And this is a slightly more developed, but also a shorter plant. So one of these I want to use as the fill in front of the two that I just did. So what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to really be able to show you too well, at times I'm going to have to just set the phone down, do what I'm describing to you, and then show you the result, because I've got no way presently of holding the camera independently, and yeah, I've got one gimpy hand, so yeah, well, you'll understand as I go along. But the first thing I'm going to do basically is just put the plant on its side like this, right? And just punch it a little bit, and then turn it around, and this is just to shake it loose. Then, okay, that wasn't too bad. And here you can see the massive drainage layer that I keep underneath the potting mix, or kept underneath the potting mix. And here you can see this is old style potting mix. It's very fine and very dense. This is the Miracle-Gro stuff, folks. And it's caked up like mud. Okay, and you can see now here are the nice tuberous roots. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming in here from, I'm going to be grabbing this and lifting it up into the air, right, like so. And I'm going to just be working my fingers throughout this whole mass and getting all the soil off. And then it will come back. So I'm going to hit the pause button. Hold on. Okay, folks. I shook all the soil out, or most of it. Anyway, you can see here the entire root mass. Right? Okay, now here's what I want to show you up close. These are all connected, right? There's a little there's a little tuber that comes out of one, and then it sprouts up. It's like a short little rhizome, but these are all connected. But what I'm going to do first, here I have two, right? And here I have like a row, a flat row of 4. So first, I'm going to cut between these two. This presents to me as two naturally dividing clusters right there. There's a natural space here. It's a nice little split. So I'm basically, I keep on touching these buttons by accident. I'm basically just going to come straight down with my clippers, right? And cut down vertically. But I have to use both hands, so we're going to hit pause again. When I separate two, one from another, two individuals from each other, I will show you how I do it with the cutters. Hold on. Okay, this is immediately after slicing down through with the cutters like so, just straight down through. And you can see the cut face. I might leave these two together, I'm not sure yet. I have to see, Yeah, that's actually a decent little mess of roots. I might just leave these two together. We'll see. It almost looks like they want to come apart though. So here, what I'll do here is, I'll show you guys. Come in here and real fast. Okay. These are the roots that I'm left with for this one. Not a huge bunch of roots, but that's certainly enough to keep the plant going. Right there. Okay, it's a fairly small plant. Here, show you right there. That's one. Let me shake off the roots. These I'm actually going to trim a little bit because they're just a little too long for me to get it to fit in the pot I want it to go into. So I'm going to do these two as individuals, right? Okay. So these are two new plants in two separate pots. These are going to be 6-incher pots. And then on this one, I'm also going to cut into two. And just to show you all, I just jammed my pruners into there, and I'm cutting down. There we go. And break apart with my hand. And spread apart with my hand. Oh, I can do this one-handed. Look at that. And there you go. Two stems here. And these two I could probably even break apart. Yeah, I could break these all apart, but I'll leave them as doublets. And again, we're going to shake off whatever roots got cut and broken off, and I'll trim off these the ends of these roots to shorten them just with a pair of scissors. I'll just come across and give a little haircut. And same with here, give a little haircut to even them out a little bit, so the plant will also sit better in the pot. And so there you have it, folks. We've got two here, and two here. And then basically what I do is I just put a layer of substrate. Here's my bin of mix right here. Okay, so I'll just throw a couple of scoops into whatever size pot I'm doing these in. It'll either be the larger ones will go, the two larger ones will go into here, and the two smaller ones will go into a 6-incher. And I thought I had a few lying around here, but I must have moved them. And these two will go into a 6-incher, and one of them will be the fill for the front of the other two Aglaonemas. So let me trim up the roots here. Hold on. Okay, so now I have all the root masses trimmed just a little bit better, as you can see. This will be going in an 8-inch pot, like so, right? And then these two, which I did trim up just a little bit, these are both going to be going into 6-inch pots. Okay, this is fairly simple and straightforward. Excuse me. I basically just fill in my potting mix. First I put in maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of the pot, gets its first layer, then I put the plant in, and then I fill again, and then I give it a couple of good long shake sessions to vibrate the particles, you know, down and snugly get into and around the root masses. So hopefully I can keep this paused long enough to do that, and then I'll show at least one result from each size. Hold on. Okay, here you can see basically I've got some soil in here, right? My standard potting mix, and I'm just going to center the plant and then pour the potting mix in, and hold on. Hold on. That took a picture. Yeah, I can't do this. We'll have to do it and then film. Hold on. Okay, sorry to have to do it this way and not be able to show you exactly how it all goes through while I'm doing it, you know, like a nice TV show. But you get the general idea. Yeah, these have been filled and potted, and now it's just time to hydrate them. and these two are about to follow suit. I just don't want to take too long. I don't like to let plants sitting out like this. So I'm going to pot these two up in their bigger pots, and then get set to and start these already getting watered. And I'll post the results, I guess, in a part 2. Or you'll just see them when they're in the room, and I'll point them out. But I'll probably be doing a room update later on today anyway. So see you then, folks. But that's basically the really simple and easy way to propagate these Aglaonemas, and you can do it probably with all the Aglaonemas by division. And then, as you can see, I always trim the roots. There's plenty of root material left over here, folks, and I put some already back here, and I missed, as you can see. But yeah, I'm not afraid to trim roots when I'm doing a repot, especially a major one like this. It's not going to add that much difference to the trauma, and I think it does stimulate or help to stimulate new root growth. Okay, I got to get these plants into water and potted, and we'll see you on the flip side. Have fun.